everybody, we return with Overwatch 2 Retrying, the series where I rediscover the Overwatch heroes as if playing them for the first time. Today's episode is for the tank hero, Sigma. Sigma's primary is the Hyperspheres. Upon activation, you launch 2 projectiles that implode upon contact, or after reaching their max range of 22 meters. Damage on a direct is 55, but if you hit both of them, that is a burst of 110. You fire once every 1.5 seconds. So this is what that looks like. Let's get in range.
Inevitable.
Right around here is your range. You can tell by the more distinct audio cue. Versus if we stand back here, we'll still tag them with the explosion, but not as pronounced the damage. As you can see, you can be off target. Still get some hits in. AoE on this is 3 meters, and because it's a implosion, the opponent is actually displaced towards the burst, rather than away from it like other characters. So as you can see, the bot is moving slowly towards where I'm shooting. Sigma's first ability is Experimental Barrier, where upon activation you can hold the ability to propel a 700 health floating barrier. Then you can press the button again to recall it. Regenerates 100 health per second when it's down for 2 seconds, and it has a cast time of 0.08 seconds. So here's that. You can call it back. And as long as you hold the button, it will keep moving forward. And one funny thing you could do with this is you can throw it off the map, and that will kill the barrier, but this shows off the regenerate over here, so it takes 7 seconds to fully recharge. There we go, got it again. One thing to note with Experimental Barrier is if it's destroyed, you have a 5-second cooldown before you could use it again. Sigma's second ability on a 12-second cooldown is Kinetic Grasp. Upon activation, you summon a black hole in front of you that absorbs projectiles. After the 2-second duration, 60% of the damage you absorbed is converted into overhealth, capping at 400. Let's show that off. There we go. Sigma's third ability on a 10-second cooldown is Accretion, where you summon a massive boulder to throw in an arc, dealing 80 damage to an opponent it hits. If an opponent is hit directly, they are knocked down for 1.1 seconds. And like the Hyperspheres, this is technically a AoE attack. It does 40 AoE damage. So here it is normally. There's the knockdown for 1.1 seconds. And because of the arc, you do have to account for that at further ranges. So let's get it over here. Oops, overshot that. Hold on. Been a little while since I played Sigma. Here we go. Just like that. Also afflicts a slight knockback, as you can see. Sigma's ultimate is Gravitic Flux. Upon activation, you take to the skies, akin to Mercy and Valkyrie. You also gain a targeting reticle with an 8-meter radius. Upon activation, any enemies inside take 50 damage and are lifted into the air. Then they are suspended for 2 seconds before violently being slammed down, and that slam deals 50% of their max HP as damage. So let's show this off. Enemies are also crippled while being lifted, so they cannot escape with movement skills. Before I quit Overwatch 1, Sigma was the character who I considered my main, because I didn't like the state of Sim at that point, and they kind of neutered Orisa and Brig. So this was the only character I still enjoyed at the time. So I'm really looking forward to this episode of Retrying, because going from Overwatch 1 to 2, I think the only change Sigma got was to his health. It went from 400 to 550, so let's see how we do. Alright, we got Dorado Attack, Soldier Genji, Mercy Zen. I must say, after playing so much Overwatch in such a short time, I'm remembering why I left, because these players piss me off. The Overwatch community is very quick to talk about skill and mechanics, meanwhile an actual match will happen, and nobody will target the supports, or nobody will target who the problem is on the enemy team. Instead, we'll just keep rushing the choke, and you know, maybe eventually we'll get it. Anyways, we got Doom. Doom Soldier. I do also want to say that going from Overwatch 1 to 2, I believe Sigma lost power because you don't have that second tank to bounce off of. And if you're against a melee-based tank, like Doomfist for example, or Rein, Once they get close, you can't do anything. That. Oops. Should have held that. Got stunned out of it. That's annoying that I could get stunned out of that every 3 seconds. Come on, soldier, you got this? No, you don't. Okay. Okay, that fire probably has ult by now. Ooh, good pull. There we go, finally got her. Alright, point for us.
Actuating the barrier.
I am fully in favor of Overwatch 2 going back to 6v6.
Payload progresses. Excellent.
I think just the balancing team sucks, so they figured it'd be easier to balance one tank instead of two on a team. I've said it before, they pretty much said, you know, we suck at balancing tanks, so we're just gonna remove one. Let's block that.
Enemy vector calculated.
Justice reigns from above.
Devastation. Collapsing the barrier. The barrier appears. Caution.
Yeah, I'm not charging that. Okay. Oh, no, soldier got it. Rip.
Actuating the barrier.
You know what? I should have expected the pull again from Lifeweaver. Alright, nice. Another point for us. Alright, next time I'm gonna focus someone else instead of the Iati if I can catch her again. This Lifeweaver is looking out for her. I wonder if I can... Yeah. One thing I really miss about Sigma, and this is from release, when he was really overpowered, in my opinion, the most overpowered character in this game at one point. But the accretion, the stun duration used to be based on how far the projectile traveled. So up close, the stun was only like half a second. But if you hit somebody at max range, like about there, the stun would be for 3 seconds, which it sucked on the receiving end, I'll admit, but it felt so rewarding talking about skill being rewarded. Just saying. That's a tricky arcing projectile.
A threat emerges.
Very nice. Mercy unfortunately croaked, and I don't think we could push that with just that. We're pushing anyway. Okay.
A payload in motion. Stay in motion. Except in a number of circumstances. Barrier initialized.
Oh god, it's Orisa.
The storm has been weathered.
Nice job, team. I was complaining the whole time too, but we got it.
Power.
Play of the game.
I'm surprised they didn't stick on Lifeweaver. I thought they were doing pretty good. Second match, we got...
4,
I keep wanting to call this map Eco Point Antarctica. It's an Antarctic Peninsula.
1.
We have Ashe, Sojourn, Yachty, and Mercy. Alright, let's do it.
Don't slow me down. Reporting. Forgive me.
Fascinating.
Healing pilot.
Okay, they have a sim. Gotta play a little cautious here. Another Doomfist. Awesome. We love that. Where are your turrets at? I don't see them. You have any turrets? There's one. There's another. And the third one. Rip.
Triple kill.
Very nice team.
They don't give these suits to just any.
Team kill.
Fascinating. Actuating the barrier.
And they swapped sim already. That was fast. Thanks, Bastion, though.
Barrier is nearly spent.
Our Doom is empowered. Just be careful of that. Just keep doing it. Over her.
Withdrawing the barrier.
Over here. This injury is starting to
Barrier initialized.
Rip.
the heat. Stay out of my way. Move.
Fascinating.
Alright, ult's almost up.
Almost time for a gravitic flux.
Alright, got it now. Very nice.
Stay near my pylon.
Caught in the slipstream.
Okay, they had a very poor first round, I must say.
Servants never die. Get away from me.
Alright, do have to keep in mind we might be dealing with an Orisa next round.
0.
I have to admit, I'm starting to see it. I think she's a little strong. Granted, I feel like tanks have to be kind of ridiculous to survive in this environment.
No mercy.
Throughout Overwatch 2's lifespan, it's been
All find a
whichever
common
tank is
fight.
ridiculous at the time, that's the one that's played. Like at one point it was Reinhardt, one point it was Roadhog when he had better damage.
3,
Now it's Orisa.
1.
I think in the beta it was Junker Queen.
2. Capture the objective.
Fascinating. Reduce your expectations to 0. Enemy vector calculated.
They do have a Rhine. Have to be very mindful of that because once he's in range, I can't shut him down like that.
Actuating the barrier.
Okay, we do need somebody to get that Ana. Let's try taking a flank over here. Yeah. That's not good.
Taking the point.
Come on, you guys got him.
I was made for this.
Was there a miscalculation?
Okay, 77% on Flux. But like I said, that's one reason I think Sigma is much weaker in Overwatch 2. You go against that Rhine.
The barrier appears.
It was already an unfavored matchup in Overwatch 1, but at least if you had a Zarya or something, she could cover for you. Whereas now you don't have anything. Alright, I gotta cut off that Ana up there. Yeah, we gotta get those supports.
The answer remains
Oh,
nebulous.
well, that's one way to get them.
Forgiveness is earned.
Fascinating. The experiment is ready.
Alright, let's push our advantage, our unfair advantage, but let's push it.
Actuating the barrier.
It's go time.
No. He already tried, though. Oh, wait, actually, we didn't have the advantage. We lost a player. Sorry, I had a moment.
Round 3.
Through hardships to the stars.
Score 1-1.
Might be. Alright, let's see if we can bring it back.
Capture.
We have a full team this time.
We'll do this. We have to.
Fascinating. The barrier appears.
Give me both of them, thanks.
Barrier is nearly
Unfortunately, because of the Bastion, my barrier melts very quickly. Let's just try to fight point over here. Lucky me. Actually, I'm just realizing I forgot to mention that Experimental Barrier has a 1.5 second cooldown. God, I forgot a few things about Sigma, huh?
actuating the barrier.
are getting on my nerves. Quit heal botting it up. You're more than halfway there on our side. Rip. What's Bastion shooting?
Back
I think that one's lost.
once more.
Alright, we're almost at 90.
The barrier appears.
Alright, that's fine. Ooh, yeah, that wasn't smart. Okay, we just gotta cap one more time. We have damage ults coming up.
Now, to begin again.
You call it?
The universe flows through me. Fascinating.
Get on over here.
Actuating the barrier.
Ooh, get her, get her, get her. Very nice.
Heroes never die.
What is this power?
Get out of here.
Rip. GG.
Victory.
See, that was much tougher once they swapped to Rhine.
Play of the game.
What the flying roach do? Let's see. Oh yeah, we did really good that first round though. Yeah, everybody just dropped dead. Alright, I'm gonna leave this episode of Retrying over here. I hope you guys enjoyed. And Sigma is still a character I do play on occasion.
Simple arithmetic.
I don't know, it's just... I hate when they swap to a hard counter and suddenly that matchup is way more difficult. But he's still really fun. There's a reason I was maining him in Overwatch 1 come the tail end of the game. And he is the reason, like I said, why I got top 500 in 4v4 TDM Season 2, whatever that was. But yeah, what do you guys think about Sigma? Let me know down below. I also love his stolen sim barrier, forgot to mention that. Hope you guys enjoyed, and peace.